the research is over, to understand what each one of them have found, debate with each other, and finally give you one extensive output all by itself. It's like getting three different AI models, like three different employees, do the same work, they talk to each other, you are the manager, they come back with you on a consolidated report. Wouldn't that be insane? Well, that is possible today. If you come to Perplexity, you click on this add button and you select Model Council. This is a max feature, by the way. If you select Model Council and send the same prompt that I just sent, what Model Council will do is it will allow me to select three different AI models. In this case, you can see GPT 5.4, Gemini 3.1 Pro, Opus 4.6 Max, the most powerful AI models out there. I've just selected all the three AI models. I've selected the model council. If I click on the send button, you know what will happen? Three different AIs will parallelly work for you, and not just work for you. They will do individual research, but then once they have done individual research, they will share their work with each other, debate among themselves, and give you one final report. You can see the council is GPT 5.4 thinking, Claude Opus 4.6 thinking, Gemini 3.1 Pro thinking. It's literally right now doing its work all by itself on parallel. Once it finishes the work, once it does all the research individually, it will start talking to each other. And once it finishes talking to each other, guess what will happen? Look at this. I ran this. All the three AI models, 5.4 thinking, Opus 4.6 thinking, 3.1 Pro thinking, first did their own research, like you can see this. This is their own research. All three of them did their research. And once the research is done, they spoke with each other. And here is a table. Here is where every model agrees. These are the pointers that all the models came up with and agree with. This is where the models agree, a clear table of everything that they agree with. Where models disagree, where you can see every model has their own opinion on topics like countries to launch first, year one revenue estimate, competitive framing. So every AI model is not agreeing to this fact. So they're debating, right? A few they will agree, few they will not agree. And finally, unique discoveries. So few AI models ended up finding few new unique things that other models could not. For example, 5.4 thinking came up with this insight, while Claude 4.6 came up with two new insights. Gemini 3.1 Pro came up with two more new insights which other models couldn't. So you're not only getting all the top three, best in class AI models to work with each other, but they're debating among themselves, talking like humans, and finally giving you an incredibly comprehensive analysis of everything. So this is not just research. This is research, debate, and final document in your hand. If you think this is insane, drop a boom in the chat. So, like I told you, right? The crazy thing that everybody needs to understand is the fact that it's not just about the tools that you use, it's about how you're able to get AI to orchestrate better. And that is what is happening here. We did deep research with Claude, we did deep research with Perplexity, and then what we did with Model Council was we got AI to debate with each other, fight with each other, do all the hard work for us, eventually giving us an incredible report. That, my friends, is a research intern at your service, which obviously is a lot more powerful than a simple intern. But there's one other thing that I quickly wanted to share with you guys, which is social research using AI. You see, there is one important insight that a lot of people don't realize. Let's say you want to invest in a stock. Let's say you want to invest in the Meta stock. It's not just about reading on the internet about that stock. You can read a bunch of stuff, but you also want to pick up nuance of what people are talking about, what people like you and me are talking about on the internet. What is the feedback? What is the sentiment? Well, you know what? When it comes to feedback, when it comes to real rich information, there are two social networks that I can think of where there is incredible information that can help you, do more things with social listening. One is Reddit, one is X or Twitter. While we don't have an option for Reddit as of yet, there's very soon coming up with something. But if you want real thoughts on any topic, a sentiment on what people, actual humans, are thinking about, you need to research and read a lot of tweets. And just like you can't do a deep research on Twitter using a tool like Perplexity, that is not possible. You can't really do deep research on Perplexity on Twitter data because Twitter doesn't allow you to do that. So, what do? Well, you can use Grok. Grok is by X. It's by Elon Musk. It's a SpaceX company. As a result, Grok has this unfair advantage that it has access to the Twitter data. So every time you want to do a social research, not just information research, where you want real people opinion, you do Grok. For example, let's say a prompt like this. You're an expert social media researcher who analyzes real-time public sentiment and conversations on X. Search X and tell me what people are currently saying about Claude plus ChatGPT plus Grok. Find the top creators, common complaints, pricing expectations, language people are posting in. Give me raw codes, handles, and patterns, not just summary. I can send a topic like this, and you know what? Grok will come into action. And it will take about, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes. In this case, it thought for 44 seconds, like you can see. You know what it did? It researched, look at this, all these creators on Twitter, because I said Twitter. It read all these tweets from Twitter on all these topics. Look at this. It basically researched hundreds of tweets to pick up real opinion and finally give me a condensed output of an option that I can't find anywhere else on the internet or from any other tool. Guys, when everybody uses the same AI tool, your unfair advantage lies in that information that not everybody is thinking about. So whenever you're doing research, whenever you're trying to learn about something, whenever you're trying to get sense about a topic, while doing deep research on Perplexity using Model Council or Claude is great. Having an understanding of what people are talking about is very, very important. And that is where Grok comes into action because it can search basis of what people are actually talking on Twitter. I hope you found this useful. What I'm trying to share with you guys is insights that changes the way you operate. Give me a thumbs up if this is useful so that I know we are on the same page. Awesome. Awesome. Now, you got sense of this. What I want to go next is, let's say you are doing this research. What research were you doing? You were doing a research on edtech markets in the LATAM countries. You were doing a research on edtech market in the LATAM countries. You got this research, but there was a problem. Your boss or your manager is like, look, I need to make a presentation to my investors, and we have 60 minutes time. Can you convert this into a presentation for me so that I can present it to the investors? Well, obviously, it's going to be very hard to read through all this research information, convert that into a presentation, and present it. It's going to be really, really hard. So, what do? Well, we go back to Claude. We go back to Claude, and you know what we ask? We ask Claude to make a presentation for us. Here is how I go about a prompt like this. And yes, Claude can make killer presentations. So what I'm going to say is, hey, you are an expert when it comes to creating incredible presentations. I'm going to give you a lot of information that I've researched about expanding Outskill to LATAM markets. What I want you to do is condense all this information into 10 slides, which is completely data rich, like an expert management consultant. And once you do that, convert that into real slides using the PPTX skill. Guys, if you want Claude to convert anything into a presentation, you have to say, convert that into a real slide using PPTX skill. You have to remind Claude that it has a skill called as the PPTX skill. What is PPTX skill? PPTX is presentation skill, right? And like we created a skill right now, right? Which was to create email newsletters for us. Claude comes with a bunch of skills predefined. And one of the most powerful skill is called as the PPTX skill. Now that I've said this, I can say here is the research. And you know what? I already have done the research here, right? We have the perplexity research. I'm going to just copy this to the bottom, copy this, paste it here. And then we have the model council output that we got. I'm going to copy this as well. so that we have full information. There you go. We got some information from Perplexity as well. I can just copy and paste this as well so that I get the best presentation ever. You can see all the three files are copied right here, and I just click on send. And you know what? Claude gets to work. All I had to tell Claude is use the PPTX skill to build it into a presentation. Look at this. Reading the PPTX skill. This is the skill that the Claude already has. It's a skill that Claude comes with for free. You don't have to make it. You just have to remind it to use it. And you know what? It's reading the PPTX skill. Once it understands what the PPTX skill is, it will start building the deck. Now it's setting the environment. And just to save time, I've done this before. You can see this. It has done all this process, right? It's asked me for a few questions. I just said continue. It did all the process all by itself. I had asked it for 12 slides in the past. And guess what? It built this presentation for us. It's loading up right now. And the best part is, as it loads, let me tell you one thing. You can download this, open this on your Microsoft presentation and start editing this. You can click on this Google Drive icon and open that on Google Slides and edit it. But guess this, check this out. Claude has come up with all these slides, guys. Look at this. From the deep research that we just did, Claude understood that information, understood that we wanted as a consultant, and converted the whole thing into this incredible presentation that you're seeing in front of your eyes. The whole thing is done by Claude. Like I told you, it's a 12 slide presentation, and here we get the 12 slide presentation. Same skill, same tool. How you use it is fundamentally different. By the way, I promised you one thing, that I'm not only going to show you one tool. In any places where there's one more tool that I need to show you, which is also free but yet very, very powerful, I will. And that tool is Google Gemini. On Google Gemini, if you click on this add button and select, if you click on this tools button and select canvas, you have to select this. And once you do this, I can literally send the same prompt as is, upload all the files and click on the send button. You know what? Google can make a kick-ass presentation as well using Google Gemini for free. Look at this presentation, same information. This is Gemini, which made the presentation for free as well. Check this out. So it depends on what you like. It depends on what you want. But you know what? I got a 5-slide presentation using Gemini, but you get the idea. So again, what I'm trying to say is it's not just about the tool. It's about how you push the limits of a tool. That is what matters. That is what will create the difference between you and everybody else. And that is what I meant by Claude skill as well. Claude has a lot of skills. You just have to remind that it has the skill. So it will start acting. Guys, a quick question before we move deeper into all of this. From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going on so far? Would just like to know, because like I told you, it's very, very rough. I've just wanted to put this information out there. A few of you people might know a few things that I've shared today, but I'm trying to do the best that I can share with you. Of course, I don't think I can please everyone, but all I can do is try to add a lot of value for a lot of people. Okay, looks like most of you people are having a good time. So I'm gonna make a move. Okay, I'm gonna move on and we're gonna know the next stuff. So one other important thing that a lot of people usually talk about is when it comes to data and Excel. All right, when it comes to data and Excel, a lot of people ask me, Vaibhav, can you help me with this? So I thought I'll show you two things today when it comes to data and Excel. Number one is I wanted to show you how you can use AI inside of an Excel sheet. That is one thing that I wanted to show you. Two, I also wanted to show you how, even though you don't know how to write a single line of code, you can become an expert data scientist to do a lot of data analysis work for yourself without writing a single line of code. I thought I'll quickly show you both of them so that this becomes useful. And for this, for the first one, where I want AI to work inside of Excel sheets, I use a tool which I really, really like. And I've spoken about this before. Just in case you know about this, have some patience. And that is called as Numerous AI. I think Numerous AI is pretty cool, very, very powerful. It works incredibly well inside of an Excel. It's an add-on inside of Excel and Google Sheets. Now, let's say I have this sheet of data, right? I have this sheet of data. Once I've installed numerous AI on my computer, obviously these are all paid tools, but you need to be willing to spend money if you want AI to do the work for you, right? Once you've installed, you can go to extensions, click on numerous AI, click on show sidebar. I'm not going to show you how to set this up. I expect you guys are smart enough to figure that out yourself. I've showed you the name of the tools. Guys, one more very important thing. We are going to share links to all the tools that I'm showing you today and also all the prompts that I've used today towards the end. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to take notes. In case you want to take some notes for your insights, please do. But for the tool names and all the prompts, don't worry. We're going to share all of that with you. Okay, towards the end of the today's session. Okay, now back to the topic. Let's say you're one of those people like me who always forgets how to write great formulas on Excel. You know Excel can do it, but you don't remember how to write the formula. Let's say on the column K, I want all this data to be merged together and put so that I have the full address here, but I don't remember the formula. So what do I do? Now that I have the numerous AI sidebar right here, I can click on this generate formula button right here. There you go. And this box opens up and I say, hey, can you make sure all the information that is on F2, G2, H2, I2, and J2 are put together and you add spaces between them. There you go. I just added that prompt right here and I click on generate formula. I didn't even tell what formula to use or anything. I just explained what I want. It came up with a weird looking formula. I don't know what it does. I just copy it and I just paste it here. And boom, look at that. The formula is applied and we have the answer right here. Now, what I can do is simply drag it like this and we have filled up a formula. Now, I showed you a simple example of a concatenation. That is because everyone should be able to understand the power of it. But if you're an advanced user, you can do VLOOKUP, you can do HLOOKUP, you can do macros, you can do app script, you can do a bunch of things using this same tool when it comes to anything with Excel. Now, one thing that Numerous is great about is not just that it can write formulas, that it can do really well, like you guys can already see, but can do something else also extremely well. And that is doing your manual work that you don't enjoy doing. What is that? I have a table here, product category reviews. I have all this information right here, right? And I realized that, hey, I don't know if it's a positive review or a negative review. And there are like literally 600 reviews here. It will take me forever to read each one of the review and update it if it is a positive review or a negative review. I don't want to do this manually. So what do? I invoke numerous. I say is equal to NAI, which is numerous AI. Once you install this extension, and I simply write a prompt. Go through the review and tell me if it's positive, negative, or neutral. That's a prompt, and then comma, and I put the cell. I select the cell name where the form where the review is written. And I just close the bracket, click on the enter button. Guys, that's it. You know what? AI will read this review and will tell you if it is positive, negative, or neutral. Now that it is working, now that I've written it once, I can simply drag it. And guess what? I don't have to do this manually for each one of them. AI will read all these reviews for me, understand if it's positive, negative, or neutral, and look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at the amount of time you can save. Let's say you want to rewrite a headline. Let's say you want to write product description for your D2C website. Whatever is repetitive, I can just put it on the sheet, ask AI to do it, and it'll just do it for me. So your imagination is what will stop this from getting incredible outputs. Now, this is not just about data analysis, right? Data analysis don't only happen on Excel. Data analysis happens beyond of Excel. For example, let's say you have this huge chunk of data and you need to analyze this data and find insights out of it. And you don't know how to do data analysis. You don't know how to do Python. You don't know any of that stuff. What do? Well, if I was you, I would just download that sheet as CSV. There's a big file, like you can see, I just downloaded it. I would go to Claude and I would just dump the file. Just dump the CSV sheet and I say, you are an expert data analyst and you're an expert senior strategy consultant. Examine the data that I've uploaded and find me 4 to 5 strategic questions that CXO executive would want to be answered. Start by going through the data, understand the data, write the Python script or whatever you need to do to find me all the insights and present that information in form of a neat dashboard for me. That's all I say, guys. That's all I say. And all I have to do is click on the send button. And you know what? Claude is a very good coder. Just because it's a very good coder, it can do data analysis very well because for data analysis, you need something called as Python. So when you send something like this, Claude is going to get to work for like about 10 minutes. And once it finishes the work, you will end up with a dashboard like this. Look at this. Now I have everything I need. Let me build a full strategic brief. Look at this. It built a dashboard that you can see. It had 22,000 records of 11 jobs, all of them for Bangalore. This was the CTC. And look at this. The governing questions. I asked it to give me 5 questions, strategic questions. The governing question is right here and gave me a bunch of tactical questions based on the data that I shared with you, shared with Claude. So what is the question? Where are we likely losing talent to the market and which roles have been systematically underpaid? It did the whole data analysis right here. And it says role by role com brand recalibration. SDE and database roles need brand anchored at market value. So it did analysis. It is telling you about the data and it's also telling the decision it drives because that's a prompt that I asked it to. And it did all of this all by itself by working for about 15 minutes. And this is how you can get Claude to do data analysis. You just ask questions, you upload a sheet of data, you always try to ask it to give it to you in form of a dashboard so that's easier for you to consume. I am a dashboard guy. I can consume information with dashboards much better. If you don't like dashboard, you can also say, don't give me dashboards, give me in 5 bullet points, the top insights. Whatever it is, it will work because what you need to understand is this. Claude is an incredible data scientist. It wrote a bunch of Python, like you can see. It wrote a bunch of Python for us. Look at this. It actually it ended up writing a bunch of Python for us to do this data analysis to be able to pull off this information for us. I can't write Python for, I can't write Python. If you are one of those people, well, good job. I can't. So I use Claude for that. And it's bloody good with it. Right? And that is how you can get AI to do data analysis on an Excel sheet, write formulas for you. And if you want actual data scientist based decisions, you get Claude, upload the data, and just ask it questions. Helpful? Helpful? Guys, the idea was not to drag this session for a very long time. The idea was to give you insane amount of value today so that you go out with a refreshed mind using Claude. I hope that is happening. And sorry if if I'm not able to do a great justice for you because like I told you, I've not really. This is not one of those super prepared sessions. This is one of those sessions where I wanted to be impromptu, and if I get new ideas, I wanted to share. For example, Claude skill that we created, I didn't plan for it. As I was doing it, I got the idea. Maybe I should teach them Claude skill, and I ended up teaching. That is how I wanted to keep this. And I'm glad you guys are having a good time today. And also towards the end, we will spend about 10-15 minutes to do Q&A. Just in case if you have any questions on AI, I'll be happy to take them as well. So stick around. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is something about learning. You see, when someone asked Larry Page, what is going to be the most important skill for people in the AI first world? You know what he said? Larry was like, the skill that is most important to win in the AI first world is the ability to learn, is to build the skill of learning things fast. And when it comes to learning things fast, right, I am one of those people who is not so much of a reader. I'm more of a watcher or a listener. In fact, I learn the most in my life by listening to podcasts. I listen to a lot. If you look at my podcast list, you'll be like, dude, what the hell? All right. And if you look at my YouTube, my girlfriend is annoyed with me because she says you're working all day, you come back home and you watch these YouTube videos that are like weird. People watch fun content. You're watching some weird podcast of some weird developer and whatnot. Can you just chill? But that is how I learn. And I enjoy doing that. I find excitement in that. Right. I'm sure a lot of you people can relate to it, but you get the idea. But you know what? What if there's a topic that I want to learn and there is no podcast on it? I need to read a lot of articles. I don't want to do it. Well, you know what I do? I use a very interesting tool that a lot of you people might know of called as Notebook LM. But you know what? I can guarantee you a lot of you people might have heard of Notebook LM, but you don't really know the real power of it. And today, I wanted to show you a couple of things which I truly believe is going to blow your mind. I'm going to teach you a way on how I learn any topic that I want using Notebook LM, which is probably one of the most powerful AI tools out there. Well, how do you go about Notebook LM? Very simple. I click on Create New Notebook. This is how I go about it. And this nice little pop-up opens up. And I just say, I want to learn, or how does AI actually work? Let's say this is a topic that I want to learn. And once I type out the topic, I usually select deep research and click on the send button. You know what Notebook LM does? It will deep research on this topic. How does AI actually work? Pull out hundreds of resources that are available on the internet and create a notebook for you with all the notes. That is what Notebook LM is. It pulls out a lot of resources on the internet and makes a notebook for you on this topic. Just to save time, I've done this some time back, and look at this. When I gave it the same topic, how I AI, Notebook LM went and found all these resources on the internet, literally like some 100 articles on the internet on how I AI, how to learn how AI works, and built this summary notebook for me. And now I can literally ask any question that I want to, explain step-by-step process of building a neural network, and give me an answer by going through this documents only. So it's factual. So of course, you can chat with it and learn with it. But the real power of Notebook LM is in the studio section. I told you how I like learning everything with podcasts. Any topic that I want, I can click on audio overview. I can select the language that I want a podcast to be generated on. In this case, let's say English. And let's say I wanted to focus on a topic, let's say how AI actually works in the backend. This is the only bit that I wanted to focus on. I can simply click on generate. And you know what? It will automatically generate an audio podcast. Look at this, generating audio overview for me. Well, I've done a couple of them before and I'll play it to you. Okay. This is one of the podcasts that I've generated. Listen to this.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. But your logical brain knows it's a trick. It's misdirection or a hidden compartment or just thousands of hours of practice. But the illusion is so smooth that it almost defies reason.
Yeah, until you spot the false bottom.
Exactly. And when you finally spot that false bottom, the illusion is broken.
Guys, can you believe this? This whole podcast was generated just for you and me. The whole podcast was generated by AI going through all these articles, and it created a podcast for us, which I can listen, which is personalized. Now, here's the crazy part. Let's say I have a doubt. I have a question. Who do I ask? I can simply click on this interactive button that you can see here, interactive. And guess what? I can ask a question. Let's say I'm listening to the podcast.
When you see a stage magician, pull a rabbit out of an empty hat, part of you
Hey, I
genuinely
have
wants
a
to believe it's
question.
actual magic,
Oh,
Sorry.
absolutely.
right? But your logical
Oh,
I
wait.
click on the
Someone wants to
join.
join. Hey, go for it.
Hey, I have a question. My name is Webhav. Uh, I have this question that do I really need to learn about all this technical stuff like neural networks and hallucination and all this techie stuff for me to be able to leverage the full power of AI? Because I don't know how to write code. I'm not a developer. Do I still need to know all this stuff? Please let me know.
Oh, Weber, that is a
Guys,
fantastic question.
Really insightful one, actually.
You're touching on exactly why we're doing this deep dive.
And the short answer is no, you do not need to code.
No, you don't need calculus.
You certainly don't need a PhD.
You don't need to be an engineer to use AI effectively.
Understanding the essentials of AI can be learned.
The sources are super clear on this point.
For everyday use, learning AI is about working alongside the tools.
It's less about writing algorithms.
guys,
It's
did you
about
just see? Did you just see what we were managed to do? We literally asked a question to AI and was able to answer back to us. It's like not just having a podcast, but actually having a podcast that I can talk to and ask questions. And here's the crazy part, right? You can generate podcasts in multiple language. For example, I've just generated in Spanish. This is in Spanish.
Porque dejamos de escribirle las reglas a la máquina. Le aventamos un montón de datos y le decimos, encuentra los patrones tú misma.
Well, I don't understand Spanish, but I find the language to be beautiful. I spent a lot of time in Mexico, LATAM region when I was at Uber. So I just thought I'll generate an example. Now, other crazy thing about this is that you can also generate your own video lesson if you click on video overview. You can click on this video overview button and explain the topic that you want the video to be on. And you know what? AI will literally generate a personalized lesson with slides, with voiceover, with
We
animation
have
for
built
you like this.
machines capable of writing highly complex code in seconds. Yet these same systems will present dangerous absurdities as absolute truth. Take this response from Google's AI overview, which confidently instructed users to eat at least one small rock per day. The system did not spontaneously invent this dietary advice.
You see how crazy this is? It's not just a voiceover, it's a presentation converted into a whole video just for you. It's a whole video generated just for you. So that you can learn a topic that you want to learn, and even something even more specific. Now you probably know why I find this tool to be probably the best learning tool out there. Guys, if you found this valuable, drop in a heart. A lot of people know about Notebook LM, but they don't know the true potential of it. As a result, I quickly wanted to show you guys this. And that's how you play with Notebook LM. Finally, there's a couple of other things that I wanted to show you today. The next thing that I wanted to show you is something that a lot of people absolutely want to learn. And that is how to build stuff without writing a single line of code. You see, there are a lot of vibe coding products out there on the internet, where you can send a text prompt, it can build a whole website, whole landing page, whole app for you. But you know what? What if I want it in more nuance? An actual human doesn't just build a website. An actual human first designs it using a tool like Figma or Adobe or whatever, and then it goes to a developer and the developer develops it. What if I get AI to do the same work? First, I get AI, which is a specialized designer to design it, and then I'll take the design and give it to a specialized developer to develop it. And what if I tell you both the things can be done for free? Well, our good friends at Google have made that possible. There is this incredible tool that 99% of people that I know of have never heard of. It's called as Stitch. Stitch is basically a UI designer. It's basically a UI designer. All you have to do is send a prompt to it, tell how you want the website to be, and it's going to design for you. Let's say I say something like this. You're an expert landing page designer who builds high converting pages for AI education products. Build a single page website for Outskill LATAM launch of the AI bootcamp program in Spanish and Portuguese speaking professionals. And I'm explaining how I want the hero section to be. I'm telling what fonts to use and what colors to use and what not. And I say, make it feel premium, not generic SaaS. And I just send this. You know what? Stitch, my hands are off, is a visual designer. So what it will understand is it will understand a prompt and first create a mood board like a designer. A designer never starts designing. A designer first builds a mood board, first builds a typography board, the colors, the fonts, the icons. What does it want to do? That is what it will build. It will build something called as a design system. And look at that, it just built a design system for us. This is the design system that it built like a designer. Now that has built the design system, it will start designing the actual landing page from here. You will very soon see it will start designing the landing page as well from the design system. And you can see this, it has started to generate the screen. It is obviously not ready yet. It doesn't develop the product, guys. It just designs it. And every time, let's say once it has done the design, you have some feedback, you can always come back and tell what you want it to do. You can also ask it to generate multiple variations of the same thing. So you can generate 3 different variations. I'll tell you one more crazy thing. You can literally talk to it in the live mode as well. Let it generate. I will show you the real power of this. It's just like I'm talking to a product designer. Okay, let me go to something that is already done, right? So I gave this prompt some time back. You can see this. Let me zoom in. I gave this prompt some time back, and guess what? This is the design it ended up making. This is a visual design, guys. I told you I need it in Portuguese and Spanish, and that is what it pulled off, an Outskill website for the Portuguese market. Now, this is the design. Let's say I have some feedback. I can click on this start live mode button.
Hey, what are we designing?
Hey, you can see that I'm trying to build this landing page, right? I see the font name. The font name says Neo Monolith. I know that is the name of the font, but that is supposed to say Outskill there. That's wrong.
Let me check the current font for you. Let me see. It looks like Neon Monolith is being used for headlines and body text is using body text. Did you want to change that?
No, I don't want to change the font. You see, if you look at the header, if you look at the header area, right? This area is called as Neon Monolith. That is supposed to say Outskill, not Neon Monolith.
Got it. What are we exploring? Let me see what's in the header. It seems the logo is currently Neon Monolith, but you want it to say Outskill instead. Should I go ahead and make that change?
Yes, please do make that change for me. Yes, go ahead and make that change for me, please. All right, guys, looks like it got stuck. See, these products are not perfect, but this gives you a very good glimpse of the future, right? It works every single time I use it. Today, when I'm teaching you guys, it stopped. Of course, I can try it and it's going to work again. But you got the idea. You're able to talk to AI, literally talk to it like a product designer, and guess how good this will be in a couple of months, maybe. Now, I told you, Stitch just designs it. It doesn't really build the website, it just designs it. Who is going to build it? We're going to give it to a developer. And who is the developer? How is he going to build it? Well, all I have to do is select this. This is the design that I want. Click on this export button and select AI Studio, which is also a free Google product. Once I select AI Studio and say build with AI Studio, guess what? It will automatically open AI Studio for me. It will enter the prompt and look at all these 3 images that it automatically inputted. All I have to say is click on the build button. And you know what? It's going to convert this exact design into a fully built, developed product, which I've done already some time back. And look at this. The whole product right now is built. The code is written, which you can start using right away. The whole product is built exactly the way it was designed. Ditto. So you have full control. You got Stitch to design it, and then you export it to the Google AI Studio by clicking on this export button, selecting AI Studio, and said build with AI Studio. And that's it. It got to the work, like you can see. Once the work is done, you're going to see the full landing page right here. And that is what I mean by getting the most out of AI. You got one AI which is specialized to design, that is Stitch, which designed your pages. And then you got one more AI which is specialized to build or write code, which is a specialized developer to develop the whole thing. And all of this done for free. Guys, drop in a heart if you think this was useful, this was helpful, you got a sense of this and everything around it. Yes, incredible. Awesome. Now, the one other thing that I wanted to quickly show you guys is when it comes to applying jobs, I'm sure a lot of people want to apply for a lot of interesting gigs and you're not sure what to apply and what to not apply, and you want AI to help you. Well, let me help you with a very interesting way to apply for jobs. Okay. If you go to Claude, okay, I'm going to also open my LinkedIn because I don't have my resume. Look at this. This is very interesting. Okay. I'm going to go to my LinkedIn, click on resources and click on save to PDF so that I can download my resume. So this is my resume and I want to apply for jobs. All I can do is I can come to Claude, upload this resume, and I can tell Claude, hey, could you act like my career advisor and go through all of my resume? And what I want you to do is, once you go through all of my resume, I want you to help me find me jobs. And you know what? I'm looking for jobs which are very specific. You see, I have leveled up to become an incredible AI generalist or an AI orchestrator. I'm an AI first problem solver right now. And I want to pivot into job roles which are looking for AI orchestrators or AI experts. So look for jobs where I can use a bunch of AI tools, which is like the future of jobs, right? I'm looking for companies which are based out of I think I don't care where they're based out of, they could be global. I'm looking for a remote job, but it should be paying me an at least $100,000 a year. Those are the kind of jobs that I'm looking for. There you go. I've entered the prompt. You'll be like, how will Claude look for jobs? Well, here is where the magic is. I click on this add button and there are something called as connectors. If I go to connectors and click on add connector, there are a lot of websites that you can connect Claude to directly. The list goes on right here. I'm going to search for Indeed. Indeed is a job hunting platform. I just select Indeed and I connect it. I've already connected it, so I don't have to disconnect. Once I connect it, right, what will show up is if I click on add, if I go to connectors, you can see Indeed right here. All I have to do is, it will be usually off. I have to toggle that on. That's it. And you know what? Claude will all of a sudden take your resume, understand what is your resume about, what is your job and everything around it. Once it understands what it is, once it goes through all of that, it will go into Indeed, look for jobs based on what fits your resume, based on the specifications that you have mentioned here. You're looking for a very specific job, and it will literally look at this, searching for jobs. It is parallelly looking for multiple keywords inside of Indeed all by itself. Look at this. It's making 3 different searches parallelly for us. 4 different actually right now. And it's adding more. You can see this. It's doing multiple searches on Indeed. Look at this, guys. It's wild what it's doing right now. Look at the number of searches it's doing parallelly inside of Indeed, which will take us hours and hours for that matter. And we said remote, so it doesn't matter where the job is, right? Once it finishes the whole thing, it will give me, it's continuing to do it. It's continuing to look at the number of searches it's making. Now that has gone to so many searches directly inside of Indeed. I didn't have to do it. Claude did it inside of Indeed using connectors. Now it has enough data. Now it's building a career advisor dashboard by reading my resume, matching my AI skills to the roles, and will eventually give me a bunch of roles that I should apply for. Isn't this wild, guys? Isn't this just wild? That we are getting AI to do all the job hunting for us. Look at this. It built a AI career dashboard. 8 roles matched my profile for 100K to 300K salary. And here are the roles. Founding AI agent architect. It's remote. It's remote, and the name of the company is Local First AI. It's paying me 120K to 180K, and I can just apply on Indeed. Or how to position me is also something I can click and will be able to give me that information as well. You can see this senior AI product manager at Principal Finance Group. Credit Acceptance is the name of the company. One more. MariaDB is one more. And basically it found me all the roles. Now, let us say I like one of these. Let's say I like one of these. I can literally say, could you please redo my resume for each of these jobs based on the job descriptions so that I can use a personalized resume to apply for these jobs? So personalize my resume for each of these jobs for me first and give them to me in form of PDFs. There you go. I say that. You can see this. It gave me the whole thing. It gave me all the roles that is out there. It also gave me 3 things that I should prioritize. But what did I say? I want to convert that into not just, I want all my resumes to be personalized. Now it's pulling out job descriptions of each of the role. Once it pulls all the job descriptions of each of the roles, it will start rewriting the whole thing into a new resume for me. And guys, I need to give it some time. It's going to work for like 10 minutes and it's going to rewrite all the resumes for me. Guys, drop a mind blown MB in the chat if you think this is mind blowing. Look at this. I have all the 8 job descriptions right now. Now let me build 8 tailored PDFs in one script, and it's writing a Python script right now to be able to build them into my personalized resumes. Yes, useful, helpful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let it do its work right now. Let it do its work. Because we're talking about jobs, we're going to come back to this because I'm sure you guys want to see how it's going to look like. We're going to come back to this in just a while. It's going to take about 10 minutes to do this. We're going to come back to that. But what have we covered so far? We covered context engineering. We covered personal AI research intern. We covered social research. We covered pro data analysis using AI. We covered building presentation in minutes, summarizing anything instantly, building websites, and job hunting. And not just one way, multiple ways of doing it. The final one that I wanted to show you is the tool that literally became a reason for layoff. As we wait for AI to cover this, let me move on to the next one. And that tool is basically way more powerful than the basic Claude. This tool became the reason for companies like Salesforce, Adobe, $285 billion worth of stock got wiped out in the NASDAQ. And that tool, my friends, is called as Claude Cowork. What the hell is Claude Cowork? Claude Cowork is like an employee. It can use and do things that a human can. It can work on a computer. It can work on files inside of computer. It can parallelize itself so that it can do 10 different jobs parallelly all at once. That will take us hours to come. And do you guys want to see the power of Claude Cowork? Give me a thumbs up if you guys want to see the power of Claude Cowork. Well, you know what? For you to use Claude Cowork, you can't use the web version of Claude. You have to use the Claude desktop app. And here's a Claude desktop app. I've just pulled it for you, right? And on the Claude desktop app, instead of chat, you jump to this section called as Cowork. When I jump to Cowork, this is the section. This is how the section is going to look like. Now, the first thing that you will see here is the ability to select a folder. I can work in a project. What do I mean by select a folder? It can work on files that are literally on your computer right now. So I can say work on a project. I can choose a folder that's on my computer. That's why it needs a desktop app. You can see this pop-up opened up. I can literally go to desktop, and there is a folder that I have, which is called as the Lenny's podcast transcripts. I will just open that folder and I'll tell you what this is. This has literally hundreds of podcast transcripts inside of it. Okay. It is something like this. I'm going to show you the folder. This is Lenny's podcast. Look at this. These are all the podcasts that Lenny, a very popular creator who creates podcasts with founders and product people, has done. And these are all the podcast transcripts of all the podcasts that this gentleman has done. It's very, very valuable. It's on AI, right? All the podcasts are right here. I don't have the patience to watch all the podcasts. So I got all the transcripts and I gave it to Claude via Claude Cowork. I gave it access and I just say, hey, could you please go through all these podcast transcripts? And can you tell me some insightful stuff that I can apply? You see, I'm looking for a roadmap to apply AI workflows inside of my company to improve efficiency. So go through all the podcast transcripts that I've shared with you and tell me super impactful thing that incredible people have told that I should implement in my company Outskill and convert that into a roadmap. And in fact, not just the roadmap, use the PPTX skill to convert that into a 5-slide or a 10-slide presentation, which I can directly use with the notes to present in my company's all hands. So guys, I'm asking AI to literally go through hundreds of podcasts, go through it, find the dots, find the information, and put all of that together in form of a presentation. You know what will happen? It will start preparing the session. It will go access the file. It will create a checklist here. It will write its own prompt. It will build its own context, work for 30 minutes, 40, 50 minutes that it will take, run parallel agents to be able to watch and go through hundreds of transcripts and eventually build me a presentation. Of course, We don't have the time. As a result, I did this some time back, and look at this. This is what it did. It ran 4 commands, ran multiple agents like you guys can see, build a PPTX skill, use the local files, and eventually converted the whole thing into a presentation right here. All end to end. And this, my friends, is called as co-work. I use the files that are on my computer, did all this work, and converted that into presentation in 20 minutes. That is the power of Claude Cowork. And you can see on top of this, if you add skills to this, multiple skills to it, like a financial skill, like a business skill, imagine the kind of stuff it can pull off. And as we were doing this, look at this. We have all our resumes ready, guys. We have 8 different resumes ready for 8 different roles that we want to apply for personalized. All I can say is just apply for this roles right now. I can say apply the jobs above using the resumes correctly. And you know what? It will go ahead and apply the job for me. Obviously, I don't want to apply for jobs. I'm pretty happy with the work that I'm doing right now. But you get the idea. That, my friends, is the power of Claude today. What you have seen today, I want to ask this question to all of you people. We have covered quite a lot in the last 90 minutes. I genuinely have this question. Guys, do you believe you have 10x yourself in the last 90 minutes? Drop a comment 10x in the chat if you have, on how to use Claude, how to use this advanced tools, how you can replicate yourself to be able to do a lot more with one simple tool. I love those 100x's and 1000x's as well. Love it. Mind blown? Was it worth your time? Awesome. Now, you know what? Someone is like, I knew a few things. Well, you are a very educated person, so there's a good chance that you knew a few things. Fair. I told you, I gave you a heads up in the beginning. But you know what? Everything that we did in the last 90 minutes has barely scratched the surface. How many of you guys want to learn more tools, more use cases, more workflows, more frameworks, more automations? Drop a me in the chat. If you want to learn more tools, more use cases, more workflows, more frameworks, go deeper into AI and own the AI world like a boss. Well, you know what? There's a request that we have got incredible number of times, and that is, Webhub, can you help us go deeper into this stuff? Of course, we have much larger programs, much longer programs, but there were people who wanted to do something over a weekend. And guess what? If you can give us 1 weekend of yours, just 1 weekend, we can help you to take you from 0 to 1 in your AI journey. All I need is 1 weekend of your time, the Friday night, your Saturday, and your Sunday. If you give me your 1 weekend, I will take you from 0 to 1 in your AI journey. So we at Outskill have built something truly mind-blowing that can help you to get started with the journey of becoming AI first. And I'm super excited to announce that we have built something called as the 3-day generative AI bootcamp. It's a bootcamp that is incredibly powerful. This bootcamp was purely designed for people who are working in corporates. We used to charge tens of thousands of dollars for this bootcamp to the corporates. Because of a lot of requests, we made it possible for regular people like you as well. Usually, we price this bootcamp at $2,000. But you know what? Today, we're going to do an extremely special price that's going to blow everybody's mind. You won't even be able to believe. This is 20 hours of live event. If you are able to learn so much in just a couple of hours, imagine if you spend 10x more time with us, what all you can accomplish. This will help you to go from 0 to 1 in true sense. And you know what? We wanted, because we have just introduced this, we wanted to do something that is absolutely unbelievable. And the price that we wanted to do today for the first 50 people who join this program is $199. And I'm sure you have this question. What the hell? Just $199. How the hell are you even doing this? The reason why we're doing this at such a low price is because we just introduced this program and we want a lot of feedback from you people. And you know what? It costs us money to run the show, and we want serious people to come in. As a result, we wanted to crash the price to a point where it doesn't even matter for a lot of people to join in, and everybody in the world should be able to afford it. But you know what? We had to keep this price for the first 50 people only. So first 50 people who will join this program will get it at $199 only, guys. We just wanted to make it no-brainer. And on top of that, we added a bunch of massive surprises for everyone. Now, I know this is not enough information for you to join the program. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to take 5 minutes to tell you more about the program. If you guys are not interested to know about this program, now that I've told you the price, and now that I told you it's a 3-day, 20 hours live session, you've experienced 90 minutes of our session. If you think it's not going to be worth it for you, you can happily drop off from this call. We are pretty much done with the session. But for those people who are keen to know more about this, how many of you guys want to know about this? Drop in a heart. We want to know a little bit more about this program as well. And then I'll give you an opportunity to join in. Well, for all the people, if there is anyone who has attended the mastermind of Outskill, this is the next level. This is not the same. This is very different. This is more advanced than anything that we have done before, more than mastermind. So even if you've done the mastermind, this is a perfect program for you people. So like I said, give me the 5 minutes. I will run you through the program. I'll give you the opportunity to join in at a very special price of $200. Right after that, we will increase the price because we can't give everybody for $200, right? But guys, like I said, super excited to introduce you to the Generative AI Bootcamp. Who is the bootcamp for? Well, quite frankly, everyone whose job, I want you to listen to this. This bootcamp is relevant for everyone whose job revolves around using a computer and internet. So you could be a marketer, sales, founder, designer, product manager, freelancer, writer, finance, consultant, entrepreneur, operations, doesn't matter what you do. Your work revolves around a laptop. This bootcamp will really, really help you because this bootcamp will take you from where you are right now, a script kiddie, to beginner, intermediate, and give you direction towards advanced as well. So our job in that 3 days of insane learning is to make sure that we put you in the top 95% of the world when it comes to AI. All you have to do is dedicate 1 weekend of your time. Can you dedicate 1 weekend of your time to learn AI so that you can be on the best top 95% of the world? That is how this is designed. That is the aspiration of building this. So guys, like I said, it's a 3-day generative AI bootcamp. So what are you going to learn in this 3 days? Well, we start with generative AI foundations on day 1, which is on a Friday. It's going to happen at 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, EST. And what are you going to learn here? On Friday, on session 1, you're going to learn all the foundations. How does an AI model actually work? What can you use AI for? What can you not use AI for? What is a 5-step framework for you to get insane results from AI, like tokenizations, embedding, response generation, mastering the prompting? What is system prompt? What is user prompt? What are the multiple prompting techniques that you can use? Today, we didn't even touch that. Today, we did context engineering. We're going to prompt engineering. We're going to very interesting prompting techniques during the session 1. This is Friday. This is just brushing up. We will cover a bunch of tools, starting from Open Router to a WAPI, to a Replit, to a Superbolter, to a Happenstance, to a DeepSeek, to a Grok, to a Whisperflow. We're going to explore a bunch of tools on day 1, but this is just a primer. On day 2 is when the real magic comes. Day 2, which is going to be a Saturday, I'm going to get to the dates very soon, is focused on building AI bots, AI agentic workflows, and storytelling using AI. It's going to be on a Saturday. It starts at 10 a.m. It will go on till 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 9 hours of live training that's going to happen, where on first session, you're going to learn building AI bots and agents without writing a single line of code. Guys, let me tell you this. You don't need to know how to write a single line of code to be able to ace this program. Okay, where you learn how to build GPTs, gems, how to build AI agents, how to integrate agents into workflows, learn something called as MCPs to automate your workflow. How can you get AI to 100x your operational efficiency? That's session 1. Session 2 is all about AI workflows, connectors, and MCPs. In session 2, what will happen is, now that you've learned a bunch of tools, now that you've learned automations, how can you connect each other to make it work in symphony? That is what we will do. We will optimize landing pages using AI. We build AI tools versus AI workflows. We'll do interview prep, data analysis using AI agents and workflows, which is much more deeper. We'll go deep into connectors and MCPs on Claude to connect external applications as well. That is session 2. Then we jump into session 3, which is still happening on day 2, where we go deep dive into image and video generation. How can you generate images using AI, which are stunning, not your nano banana stuff, much better. How can you generate videos which will blow your mind using AI? Because the kind of stuff that AI can do today is just mind blowing. This is just day 2. And finally, a bunch of tools you're going to learn like Lizer, like Make, like Kling, Higgsfield, Kriya, Emergent, LM Studio, Olama, bunch of those tools you're going to learn on day 2. On day 3, we teach you how to build AI products and master AI agents or AI automations without writing a single line of code. Where on session 1, we focus on vibe coding. How can we build extensive products? And on session 2, we learn how to do AI automations using a tool called as NA10 and build workflows out of it. And in this also, you get exposure to a bunch of tools like Zapier, NA10, Make, how can you automate ChatGPT, Sheets, and a bunch of stuff on day 3 as well. So guys, how does this bootcamp work? You'll attend a 3-day live event by the top 1% mentor. You'll attend live workshops designed in a way you can learn advanced topics. You'll participate in hands-on activities and not just learn, but actually implement. Okay. You'll attend quizzes and a bunch of other stuff during sessions. You'll network like a pro. And these 20 hours over one weekend, you will literally become one of the best when it comes to AI. It's insane what you can accomplish over just a single weekend. And on top of that, let me make this very clear. There will be no recordings that will be provided. And the reason being very simple. The reason why we can't provide recordings is because we do something called as breakout rooms, where you get to meet other people and do tasks together within communities. Because of that, there'll be a lot of personal conversation, and Zoom doesn't allow us to record this when we do a breakout room. As a result, there will be no recordings provided. Of course, we'll give you session notes, tools, links, everything around that as well. And that reminds me of one thing funny. Let's make the document of all the prompts and everything that I just built, so that we can share it towards the end as well. I completely forgot about that.
Sure, Vaibhav. I'm just working on it. Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, like I said, there will be no recordings. You have to attend it live. And frankly, attending it live is what is how you're going to learn the best, like today. Now, coming to the most important thing. When is it happening? Well, you have basically 2 different options. Okay. The first one is starting on the dates that you can see, the first line. And the second one is starting next month as well. There's one that is starting this month. There is one that's starting next month as well. So you have 2 different dates. You can pick up the one that works for you. Let's say the one that is on May works for you. You can pick up that one, which is starting on 22nd May, 23rd May, and 24th May. And like you can see the timings, no matter which slot you pick up, the timings are 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. EST for a Friday session. The Saturday session is 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. EST, and the Sunday session is 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. EST. Let's say for whatever reason, you're not available on these 2 slots as well. What happens? You can still register. Like you can see, we do one of these every single month. So you can still register for, let's say, one of these slots. And for whatever reason, the slot doesn't work for you, we will move you to a future slot for free. We allow one moment for free because we conduct it once every single month. We can happily move you to the future slot as well. And of course, you will get an incredible, certificate as well when you join this program. Finally, I told you there are some surprises. Guys, you see, I'm not even sharing the payment link because I know we have just 50 slots and it's going to go like this. I know for that. I know for a fact, right? It's going to go like this. So I want to tell all the information so people can take an informed decision. If you are ready and you want to be part of that first 50 people, keep your card or whatever that is ready and handy, because I'm going to tell you it's going to fly in a few minutes. Okay. Now, I told you I have another surprise. What is that? I have a bunch of bonuses for all of you people. So everyone who joins today, it doesn't matter if you're among the first 50 people who's getting a special price of $199. After the first 50 seats are over, the price is going to be pushed to $1,000. No matter who you are going to get all these bonuses, irrespective you be part of the first 50 or not. What are those bonuses? The first one is that you get access to a generative AI community, which is valid for 1 full year. Not just that, you're going to learn from some insane rockstar mentors who are living and preaching AI at this point of time, like Cameron, Akshay, David, Jordan, who's incredible, Dilip, Nick, and all those good people who are living and breathing AI are going to be the ones who are going to come and teach you. Mega bonus number 3 is, as we do this boot camp, we will send you printable workbooks. We expect you to print them if you come to this boot camp, so you can take notes, you can stay on top of things. That's the mega bonus number 3. The bonus number 4 is we give you access to a bunch of super agents with superpowers, which you can use it on the go for personal branding, for data analysis, for social media, and anything that you want. Not just that, we give you literally hundreds of automations in form of an automation library, which you could use by one click and start automating a bunch of things that you have. Not just that, we're also giving you a prompt library, a library with literally thousands of prompts, which you can copy and paste and start using them. Guys, all these bonuses in itself is easily worth over $1,000. Like I told you, we do this bootcamp for over $10,000 for 40 employees online. And we have done it for companies like Uber, Domino's, Shell, and companies like that globally. But you know what? You don't have to pay $10,000 because we have launched it for everyone else. And the launch price that we decided to make it is $2,000 for everyone. But you know what? We thought we should do a discounting because it's the early phase. As a result, the workshop special price for the first 50 people is priced at $199 for the first 50 people only. So what happens after the first 50 people, right after this, the actual price, like I said, is 1995. You get it for 1999, all inclusive. And here is something that I want to be very clear about. The first 50 people will get it for $199. After the first 50 users, the price will be increased to $999 as long as you're on the session. So we will take questions and stuff. Obviously, the first 50 users are done. As we take questions, the price will be pushed to $1,000. You still have an opportunity to get it at a 50% discount. Now, if you want to enroll into the bootcamp after the workshop is over through our website or when you send us an email, the price will be set to $2,000. So we wanted to do something really special and we just did that. And very soon we're going to drop the payment link as well. I know a lot of you people are waiting for it. But before that, I wanted to share about 2 more mega bonuses. This is something that's going to blow your mind. This is something that's going to make everything a no-brainer. What is that? We have 2 more mega bonuses, guys. Everyone, the first 50 people only who are going to join in today for just $200 are going to get 1 year access to Numerous AI, which is priced at $120. The same tool that we used AI for Excel and everything else. And also, you guys get lifetime access to Get Multi BYOK version. So if you go to Get Multi, right, that same one that we used today, if you go to pricing, there's something called as the BYOK version, which is bring your own key. What happens in this version is it's for lifetime. You get it for free, which is priced at $16,000, which translates to $186. What happens in this is you put your own API key from Open Router or something like that. As a result, you can use multiple AI models for free for life. Of course, it's going to cost you $1 or $2 of credits, but that is something that you have to pay for. But the platform effectively becomes free, worth $186. So guys, these are the bonuses that I wanted to quickly reveal. I really hoped that if you attend this bootcamp, you absolutely get an unfair advantage while you feel that you're getting it for free. And that is how we designed the program. That is how low we got it, because there's one promise that I expect from you guys. If you are becoming part of the first 50 people, that the moment you attend the bootcamp, you give us extensive feedback so you can make it better. That's exactly why we crash the pricing to such a low price, so that you can learn and we can get feedback. So folks, this is what it is. You get the generative AI community, you get rockstar mentors, you get the workbook guides, you get AI agents with superpowers, you get the automation library, you get the prompt library, you get the bootcamp, of course, all by itself, which is in itself worth $2,000, Numerous AI 1 year pro version, and Get Multi BYOK, that is bring your own key lifetime version worth $186. If you put everything together, it's gonna go up to $3,800. For the first 50 people, we have made it for $199. This is $200. And we have the slots available One happening this month, one happening next month, whichever slot you want, you can pick it up. And finally, if any of these dates don't work for you, we can happily move you to the future batch as well. Right? So this is what it is for the first 50 users. Funny? Should we drop the payment link?
Yes, Vaibhav, dropping it in. And there you
So
go.
guys, the payment link has been dropped. I know it must be feeling that how is this even possible? It is too good to be real. It is. And we wanted to do it like, I mean, we wanted to like just go bonkers and get the best set of people to give us a lot of feedback. And you do a lot of stuff to get feedback, you see. And that's what we are doing. If you click on this payment link, you will see both the dates that are available. You can select the date that works for you. Go ahead, enter your payment details and make the payment, right? That you want to. Whatever your details are, you enter the, obviously it's asking me for the right phone number. You enter your details, make the payment. We have some options where you can upgrade to lifetime updates. Let's say obviously you cannot keep buying into the program, right? You want to get lifetime updates. You can just say, I want to take it for $100 extra, where every time a future update on the bootcamp happens, we will give you access to that bootcamp as well. Okay, so if you want that to be handy, you can just take that. We have made it very affordable there as well, so that anybody and everybody can join in. So guys, this is what it is. We have the first 50 seats open. I don't know how many are left. Last time I did something like this, we blew up in like, I don't know, in a few minutes. I think 9 minutes or something like that. But today we have about, I think 4,000 odd people. So I am pretty sure it's going to blow up as well. But folks, here's the thing. Don't you think this is mind-blowing? Drop in a heart. Don't you think this is mind-blowing? Drop in a heart. We just went out of our way to do everything possible so that everybody can afford it and learn it. So now, in a way, it has come back to fastest fingers first. So go ahead, grab it. And once I come back, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. Once I come back, I'm going to start taking some questions like I promised. So funny, if you can drop the Q&A link as well.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
And also you should
I have
funny.
I have something to show them, Vaibhav. So when we did the
Okay.
beta version of this, we kind of collected some videos of people mentioning
yeah.
how they felt and all of that. Can I just go ahead and show that video to everyone?
Please do. Guys, we are real and we are not AI. For that, you can see a bunch of people who are talking about it, because I'm very funny. People must be like, what the hell? Like, how is this even possible for $200? 3 days, 20 hours live. They're saying people from NVIDIA, Microsoft, and all these people are going to come. They're giving us tools worth $400. This seems too good to be true. Guys, this is true. We're doing something mad. That's it. Doesn't mean it's not true. Okay. Anyways, funny. Why don't you run the video? And once I come back, I'll start taking questions.
Perfect. So folks, I'm going to go ahead and play this video. But before I do that, on the chat, I've dropped in the enrollment link and also a form for everybody to go ahead and fill up in case you have any questions. Go ahead and ask your questions about the program and about what Vaibhav covered as well today. One question that I would like to address before I start playing the video is, in case the dates that we showed, which is this month and next month, don't work for you, you can still go ahead and block your seat for the special price that we mentioned today, which is $199. And you can defer your enrollment into the future cohort as well. I see enrollments already coming in. We are going to be hitting 50 very soon, and everybody who enrolls will be receiving your confirmation email within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And within 24 hours, we will be giving you access to the bonus tools as well. But as that happens, I'll play this video for everyone.
You have done an amazing job. You should be proud. You totally over-delivered.
Hey, this was mind-blowing.
The lovely, really amazing 2 days.
Amazing. Really great. Like just hopefully life-changing.
It was a very great session. How you organize this session so well.
Growth School under commits and over delivers.
I had an amazing session. Last 2 days I was hooked my screen.
It was kind of strenuous to focus for 16 hours. I wouldn't lie with that.
But I was attached to you guys. No matter what happens, I have to complete this.
Managing 700 people with this level of excellence. Amazing. Very, very inspirational. The value that you have given for the price, giving great value, absolutely delight your customer. So absolutely amazing. I am really, really inspired because I have a bunch of ideas that I want to manifest. And through these 2 days, I could see in my head my neurons are firing.
I've actually, I'm a novice in all of this, although the company that I work for has been doing this for a while. We even created our own, what's called LOAI, because I'm in the finance industry. And now I understand why we're getting a lot of errors after you showed me what the back end does, so to speak.
Use cases of this, and where can I implement all these, learnings. Thank you so much for opportunity extended by you guys, and content was really awesome, and your energies are really, incredible. So you are, you people. I think it's a very young organization with young, blood.
After 13 years, like after completing college, 13 years, it's been 13 years. I have sat for so long after so many years. So thanks for all the energy what you gave since last 2 days, so that I was able to sit here properly. And the thing yesterday, what we created one app, right? So that was something which blew my mind.
Your applications can, I mean, it's just unbelievable. I'm sitting here and my mind is just, I'm like the little emoji with the thing over its head. The whole time, this whole weekend, there's just so many things that I'm so excited about. And I just can't wait to start applying those things. And I've got a lot of learning to do, and I've got a lot of notes that I took. I mean, it's going to be a challenge for me, no doubt, but I am so excited.
In my first year of my college, I have created a website, but it didn't go well. But by yesterday, I learned how to create a website by using AI. I knew it, but I don't know how to implement it and how to do it. But yesterday I created it, and I showed to my parents also. My parents are also shocked at how AI can do these things. But I told them that this works like this, and it was really great.
Had a chance to be with you all this 2 days. And guys, your efficiency and resilience is incredible. I don't know what time is in your place. Your colleague was in India. I don't know if you are as well. So it's nearly 5 o'clock in the morning?
It's like about 7:20.
Oh my gosh, so it's another day. It's the start of another day. So congratulations on this. Absolutely, I'm absolutely surprised.
I had a great time. I am hoping to learn more. I also signed up for the interview, one-on-one interview. So just a little bit about myself. I am an ex-lawyer. I recently left my job to pursue other things. So I'm in the process of starting my e-commerce business. So all of this is going to be directly helpful as someone who's working alone.
Actually, I've been using ChatGPT for last 6-7 months. But again, I was using it to just correct the communication and everything. After attending this 16 hours of intense workshop, I realized there is much more power into chat, only into a ChatGPT. And then all other tools have been introduced. So the sky is the limit. So whatever you can imagine, you can achieve,
Yesterday, all the things that were taught, I implemented them immediately, and I sent our client 2 things made out of the things I learned from the sessions. So our client did not have the product to send us for their Holi campaign. So I basically created Holi campaign posts and a video for them, and they needed it immediately. So
thank you so much again. This was really the best webinar I have attended so far. Since I started to do webinars, is because not only your ability to speak and explain complex stuff in a simple language, leveraging great case study, but also your life.
I am actually based in Florida. So I stayed for 2 nights, and it was like I never thought of I could have stayed that much. So I really loved all your lessons. It was very well structured, and it was like a both combination of theory and practical, and the sessions, breakout sessions. That was very, very nice. Really, thank you for that.
I am not from anything close to tech like so many others who were there. The whole session today,
battling sleep, but nothing to do with the kind of training that was on or information that was being dispersed. Absolutely fantastic. I have sat through and I'm really like, okay, this is something. I document the arts and I'm also an artist myself, and I'm already seeing and beginning to have ideas to come up with stuff that can be revolutionary for the artists.
I'm not as young as every other members of my team, and I was really struggling. But this training the past hours has really given me a different.
All right, everyone. I hope that kind of gave you a sense of the kind of community that we were able to bring in for the beta test that we sort of did. And we literally had people joining in from all over the world. What really excited us is that all the non-technical people came back to us after the entire bootcamp and told us that now they are able to have conversations with other tech people as well and are able to solve things that they were not able to do before. So that is what really excites us. And we wanted to go ahead and give a similar experience to as many people as possible as well. Hence the highly discounted price that Vaibhav spoke about. I see a lot of enrollments still coming in. We have about 9 more slots remaining at this point of time. For those of you who are still going ahead and blocking your seats, I'll also go ahead and take a look at the questions. We will be providing the list of tools and prompts in just the next couple of minutes. Our team is still putting up everything together. We had one document ready, but Vaibhav changed a few prompts here and there during the session. So we are updating all of that as well. In the next couple of minutes, I'll drop it in on the chat. Okay. Unable to log into the page. Vandana, I'm not sure which page you're talking about. But if it's an enrollment link, you just have to enter your name, email ID, phone number, and you will be able to move to the next page. Nervous that there'll be inaccurate data when I'm doing something like research or learning. I don't have time to validate this data. How reliable are these AI models? How can I ensure unbiased output? That is essentially, why you do something like a deep research across multiple different models, right? Even Model Council that Weber went ahead and showed essentially does that inside of Perplexity. So you are basically getting research from multiple different AI models, and that is how the fact checking essentially happens. And you can be confident about what each of these models are pulling out, because if there is any inaccurate data, you will see the other model sort of calling it out as the research is happening. If anybody here has already taken the AI Accelerator program or the fellowship program, those are very advanced programs that we have. You would not have to go ahead and take the bootcamp, right? Because the Accelerator program is way more advanced. If you're not a techie, how do you ensure that these AI agents didn't somehow go rogue or bury malicious code into your content or websites that they generate? Well, that is where you have to become really good with prompt engineering, whoever is asking that, right? And you don't need to be a techie for that. You basically need prompt and context engineering as you learn today as well. I will show you that.
Funny, I just got AI to summarize a few questions.
Okay.
I basically have like 5 minutes, so I'm going to answer as many as I can in this 5 minutes and jump right in, right? And you can take over from there.
Yeah, I will just show the summary slide as well for people who are asking.
Yeah. Okay, I'll jump into questions, guys, very quickly. The first question that I see most is the schedule. By the way, I got all the questions given to AI because there were literally 180 questions. All right, so there's no way in hell I could answer all the questions. So I gave it to AI, so it just summarized me. I work weekends. What do you suggest? Any weekday sessions there isn't. These are the only options that we have, which is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That are the only stuff that we have. A few people have time zone issues. They're in Australia, then UK and Europe, then the US EST. I mean, these timings are designed for US EST, which is 7:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything which is on Friday. On Saturday, it's 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. EST, and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Guys, sadly, this is the only option that we have as of today. That's the only one. Will we run in July as well? Well, you can block the seat right now and we can help you move to the July slot if you want to. All right. But we will not be able to offer this price again. We are doing a very special price because, like I said, we wanted feedback from people. Payment page is not working. Is about 18 people have put that up. I don't know why it is not working. It could be because a lot of people could have jumped in right then. Funny, if you can quickly check, share the payment link again.
Yeah.
Also separately send the dates on the screen if that's possible.
Okay.
For both the month slots so that people can go to the right one, whichever is needed. It could be the intermediate link that is down as well. I don't know. It's working for me, but for a few people it is not. So maybe we should break it down. Not a few, a lot of them. Right. Okay. Okay. Europe, someone in Europe was charged 260 euros. Are you sure you didn't select the $99 one as well? There's a good chance. But for whatever reason you believe you've been charged more, don't worry. Funny, could you drop an email? Drop your email ID.
I will do that.
Just write to this, guys. If you think you've been charged a little more, or by mistake you clicked on the $99 button, it happens. We understand. Don't worry about it. Just write us an email. Give us 24 hours. We'll refund you. No big deal. All right. Grace says paid 199 earlier. I got no confirmation. Grace, I'm really sorry. Could be a glitch. We usually send an email confirmation in a few minutes. If that has not happened, please write to this email that we have sent. We will help you out. Okay. Few people are saying the email has not, you've made the payment, you have not received the email. Don't worry about it. You should get it very, very soon. Okay. How is it different than AI Generalist, AI Accelerator, Catalyst Fellowship? Guys, if you've taken Generalist, Accelerator, Catalyst, these are very extensive programs. These are 1 year long programs. So you don't have to worry about this. This program is is a beginner program. You don't need to register for this program. In fact, if you're part of the accelerator or a catalyst and you want to attend this for whatever reason, just ask, write to your program associate in the community. We'll give you access to this for free. If you're already part of our advanced programs, don't worry about it. You're already in the...
We have 2 more slots remaining. Just wanted to call that out.
Okay, guys, we have 2 more slots. Already in the AI mastermind. Do I register again? Not really. You don't need to register again. If you're already in the AI mastermind, sorry, if you're in the AI mastermind, yes, this is completely different. This is, this is a longer program. So yeah. Okay. Someone did the boot camp last month. Can I repeat? Yeah, absolutely. You can. All right. Okay. Guys, someone who have joined for mastermind or something in the past and want to join, you have paid for the program in the past, but could not attend it. Can you pay for this? Yes, you can and still join it. All right. Okay. Okay, may everyone. Someone signed up. Yeah.
We are almost out of seats. Can I just quickly launch a poll to check if there are any more people trying? Because I'm getting a few messages that the enrollments are also
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Just launching this poll, everyone. All right, I've launched it.
Okay. Funny, let's just do one thing. Okay, we are doing a very special prize today. Let's keep the prize intact till the end of the session. Let's keep it simple. Let people join in if they want to. Okay. Someone just said that, I've joined the May batch. Can I move to the future one? Yes, you can. My team will get in touch with you. If you want to switch to any other cohort and you joined a different cohort, my team will get in touch with you. You can just tell them. How is that going to happen, Funny? What's the process like?
I'm sorry, I was just reading a message.
So what is the process if they want to change cohorts?
If they want to change the cohort, you could either write an email to me, and we will also be sending out a confirmation email with a form. So you could just let us know in that.
Okay. Awesome.
And that will happen over the next 24 hours. Everybody who has already gone ahead and enrolled, in that email, we will also tell you how you can access the coupon codes of the tools as well, which is numerous.ai and multi. And each of you will be getting your own individual coupon codes that you can go ahead and apply on these tools.
Can you confirm everything you will learn? Funny, if you could take them through this towards the end, that will be awesome.
Sure.
I will take the rest, the syllabus question. Will you teach Claude skills and stuff like API keys and all? Yes, we will be teaching a bunch of them. Storytelling and video generation covered? Yes, it is. Will you be teaching NA10? Yes, we will be. Will you be teaching vibe coding? Yes, we will be. All right. Will you be teaching us how to test websites for test cases? No, we will not be. We'll not make your software engineer here, guys. Sorry. Okay. Guys, a lot of people are asking, is this program for me? I do this. Is this program for me? I do that. Is this program for me? If you're using computer, if you're using internet to do your job, this program is for you. It's as simple as that. Okay. Funny, I've pretty much answered all the hot questions that I have come across, but there's still a bunch of new questions that I've come across right now.
I could take them
It
up.
would be great if you can take up all the questions because I'm running late. I have to bounce. Folks, I mean, this is pretty much it. I'm sorry, I quickly try to cover as much as I can, but I'm running late. I'm already 12 minutes late for something important. Sorry for this impromptu session. We just sent an email. I'm glad a bunch of people have joined in and a few people have registered elsewhere as well. I hope you guys had a good experience. The idea was to keep it like this, right? Like just experiential, just share a bunch of things. Hopefully you guys, few of them will like it. And I hope you like this impromptu style. And now that you're part of the community, we plan to do a lot more sessions like this as well. And I really hope you get to join them. And for few people who joined the bootcamp, welcome. We have made it just open for a few people so that anyone can join in. But for people in the bootcamp, I do take a session inside the bootcamp as well. So I'll see you there as well. But with that being said, Funny, over to you. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good one.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav. I'll take it forward from here. All right, everyone. I see that a lot more people are enrolling right now, and a lot of questions have also come in regarding timings and the program explanation once again. So I will do that, but my team just shared the summary document here. So anybody who is just waiting here for the summary document, you can go ahead and grab it up right now. I've just gone ahead and dropped it in on the chat. I will also show you all what the summary document looks like. It is a deep summary about everything that Weber went ahead and taught you in this particular session. So even if you missed out or you were like, hey, what is the tool link? I want to go ahead and try it out after this session. You will find all of it right here inside this. Everything about what we covered put together in the appendix of this. And then as you scroll down, you will be able to find all the topics. And as you further scroll down, you will be getting the topic deep dives as well. We started with context engineering. You have the whole prompt that was used to demonstrate context engineering to all of you. And then as you scroll down, you will find how we did AI research or research using AI and the entire prompt for that as well. Of course, prompt engineering and context engineering is something that I would want all of you to learn on your own. But everything covered in this session has been put up right here, right in this document. Drop in a heart if you have gotten access to this document. And I see a lot of people also asking me for the links once again. I will go ahead and share the enrollment link for those of you who are looking for it. Now, there is a question that is coming in regarding, an additional amount getting charged. I will just tell you what that is. And, in case you took it up by mistake and you don't want it, our team can go ahead and, process a refund as well in case you were doing that out of hurry, right? We will go ahead and process a refund of that. But what is that? Let's say you have gone into the second slot and you go ahead and enter your details. The price that we announced for the bootcamp is still $199. That is what your enrollment fee for the bootcamp is. But just in case you also want to block your slot for all of the future bootcamps that we would be doing, because what we are seeing is every bootcamp we are having to change the content. We are trying to make things as up to date as possible with every batch of the bootcamp. That is why we do it 100% live. And in case you want access to the future ones as well, which is a good thing to always have, because otherwise for every iteration, you will have to pay $2,000 to $3,000, but you get all of them for $99 itself. So when you go ahead and take this, that is when the total amount becomes $298, and you proceed, and you basically get access to all of the boot camps that we will be doing. But just in case you only want access to the next one, as per the dates that we have gone ahead and shown, you get that for $199 directly, right? Now, a lot of people are also asking questions like, hey, I'm in the UK, I'm in Australia, do you conduct this in my own time zone and everything around it? We only have this particular time zone, which is the EST time zone. So whichever place you're from, please translate the EST timings to your own timings. And I'll tell you why. There are people who spend nights attending the boot camp because it's just one weekend, right? You give it your one weekend, and your 0 to 1 when it comes to generative AI is basically done. You will know more about generative AI tools and their applications beyond of everybody else in your organizations or around you, right? So it's one weekend effort. Now, I did see a question from, I think, Mikhail, and I'm sure a lot more people would have had this question, that why didn't we just pack all of this? Why did we pack all of this into one event? Why didn't we space it out into multiple shorter workshops? The reason is there won't be continuity in case we go ahead and do that, right? We wanted that continuity to be there, and that is the experiment that we had done previously. And when that continuity was there, it made all the more sense for the people who were attending, right? That is the reason why we decided to have it this way, where we would ask people for 3 full days of their time, not full days, in fact, 2 full days and 1 3-hour slot, and we would be able to cover the length and breadth of what you need to know to go from 0 to 1. And just to walk you all through what exactly we are covering over the 3 days, your day 1 gets started with generative AI foundations. What does this really mean, and is this completely theory? Well, yes, this is the only session in the entire bootcamp that has 50% theory and 50% practical stuff, because that theory is essentially going to teach you how do AI models really work. How should you be setting context? With that context, how should you be prompting? There is science based on which all of these AI models work, and that is the reason why you see different capabilities also. Let's say you're using a Claude, or let's say Opus 4.6 versus a GPT 5.4. Why do you see differences in the responses that come in? It's because of the training that essentially happens whenever these AI models are built. So we are going to go deep into that, not as a techie, but as a non-techie. That is what day 1 is all about, the foundations. And I think this is the most important day of the entire bootcamp as well. We are also going to be explaining to you something called as tokenization or tokens. You might have heard of this already. This is the currency of all of these AI models. So if you have been wondering, how can I use AI tools but not get charged too many credits? Your answer will be given on day 1, right? It's the foundation for everything that you will be learning, because from day 2, we will be focusing on building AI bots, AI agents. We will then go into diffusion models again. All of that is what day 2 is about, right? Wherein the first session is going to focus on custom GPTs and Gemini gems, which some of you might already know of. And then we are also going to go into building AI agents and integrating those AI agents into regular tools that we would be using, probably a WhatsApp or a Slack, so that you can basically communicate with your AI agents through your regular tools and applications. Session 2 is all about AI workflows, connectors, and MCPs. Now, you saw one example of a connector today. Like that, you can go ahead and make many more connectors happen inside of Claude and inside of ChatGPT as well. Now, what if by default a connector does not exist? That is when you need to know something called as model context protocol. And with model context protocol, you can create your own connections and never use your tools outside of Claude. That's the world that we are all heading to. And of course, after that, we have image and video generation on day 2, which is basically how do you go from text to image and image to video, and basically be able to generate ads and movies using this entire workflow. Here, we are going to be showing some advanced wrappers like Kriya, Kling, Hicksfield. All of these wrappers also have multiple diffusion models, which you may not even have heard of. All of that is going to be covered on day 2. Then we step into day 3, which is yet another full day, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. EST. It's your Sunday, which is when we will be doing day 3. And on day 3, we will be focusing on building products and building automations, right? Now, when we talk about building products, we are not just going to go into any vibe coding platform and put in a prompt and a product gets built. That's not what we are talking about, right? We are actually going to talk about product architecture, teach you the foundations of product architecture, product management as well, so that you think like a product manager and an engineer as you go ahead and build. So all of your product foundations, be it front end or back end foundations, will be completely taken care of. And you will also learn how you can manage databases, how you can push your code to platforms like GitHub, which might seem very jargon heavy or technical at this point of time, but it's not. And I am a non-techie myself. So if I have been able to learn it, you will also be able to learn it, right? And then we go into automations. You pretty much know what automations could be like, which is without your manual effort, how do you go ahead and build systems or workflows that run on their own every single day or multiple times every day, right? And along with that, there are a bunch of bonuses that we spoke about. All of the summary of everything that we spoke about is right here on the screen. You will be getting some plug and play AI agents, plug and play AI automations as well that you can start testing out with, right? Of course, will the AI agents and automations that we are giving solve every use case of yours? No. Why? Because for you to be able to solve your use cases, you should be building your own workflows, which is what we will be teaching you inside the bootcamp. But in case you want to have plug and play automations and agents, we ourselves have built a lot of them. So we are giving away all of those libraries to all of you, along with a community and along with access to some incredible mentors who will be teaching you completely live. So this is the bootcamp that we built out. Unfortunately, we are not doing it in any other time zone. So in case the EST time zone does not work out for you, you will have to stretch out, or you can probably learn all of these things on your own. We are trying to bring people who have been playing with all of these AI models and these specific subjects that I spoke of, like vibe coding, building automations, image and video generation. For example, Jordan, he has 15 years of experience as a filmmaker and a cinematographer. And then since 2 years, he has been playing with image and video generation models. So he is going to come in and teach you his professional workflow. Like that, we have Cameron, who today runs his own AI agency, builds AI automations and products for other companies and businesses, and they pay him. Dilip, who did his PhD in AI, he's going to be coming in and teaching. So such incredible panel of people are going to be coming and teaching you. Probably I will also be meeting you inside the bootcamp. So I'm more excited than everybody else. Bala, yes, you will be getting the list of all the tools that we will be covering in the bootcamp as well before your bootcamp gets started. Not at this point of time, because before starting every bootcamp, we update the tools that we are covering, making sure that they are relevant to that date. So while we showed you the high level topics today, the topics of day 1, day 2, and day 3 could always change based on what we feel is super important for you to learn. Like, for example, something that we used to teach people probably 6 months back is not relevant anymore at this point of time, right? So tools will keep changing, and within about 4-5 days to the program, you will be getting the complete list. The course sounds very interesting, and I wanted to enroll at first 50, but the thing that held me back is I couldn't think clearly of how I can use all this information as a project manager who delivers data initiatives in an insurance sector. Nimisha and everybody else who has questions around how is this going to help me in my specific field, we're going to be talking about this deeper in the bootcamp actually, which is a generalist mindset, right? Because the bootcamp is not limited to any specific domains use case. Like, for example, we are not going only deep into marketing, nor are we going only deep into data analysis, nor are we only going deep into finance. We are trying to cover the broad spectrum of everything that people can do with generative AI today and things that people cannot use generative AI for, with the lens of making you an AI generalist or an AI orchestrator. So even if you're currently working in the data space in the insurance sector, while you will be learning a lot of tools and workflows for data folks itself, you will also learn how you can build your products. You will also learn how you can build your own automations, and those principles can be applied to any domain whatsoever, right? It's not domain specific, it's domain agnostic. The processes, like let's say you want to build something on N8N, irrespective of whether you're building a marketing workflow or a finance workflow or a tech workflow, it's the integrations that will change, but not the tool or the base of the tool, right? Which is N8N in this case. So I hope that gives you clarity, Nimisha, and others who had such questions. Give me a thumbs up if I was able to answer. I've not received the coupon codes, even though I signed up. Everybody who has this question, coupon codes will be given to you within the next 24 hours over email. You will be getting that. Paid and got confirmation. How do we get access to Numerous? You will be getting that in the next 24 hours over email. I will actually show you how you'll basically get access to the coupon codes as well, since there are people who have enrolled and they will be able to probably see this. Okay. Yes. So all of the people who have gone ahead and enrolled, let me quickly show this to all of you. Give me a second. Sharing screen and doing things on the screen is okay. So you will have access to this platform called coupons.outskill.com. When you go into coupons.outskill.com, each of you, after 24 hours from now, because our team will still have to give you access to this particular platform, but this is the platform that you will be able to log into. And you will be able to log into this using your own registered email ID, right? So when you log in, you could either use your Google login option, or you could go ahead and enter your registered email ID, and you will be getting a unique login link on your email ID as well. Let's say I'm quickly logging into my email ID at this point of time, very quickly, to show you all what this is going to look like. And I will probably not have access to the tools that we showed, right? Because it's been a while since I accessed this particular platform, but I'm showing it for your clarity. Yeah, okay. So I have a bunch of these tools and their coupon codes with me right here. All that you need to do is, let's say numerous.ai. You are not going to be having so many. You will only have the ones that you have gotten access to today. But let's say numerous.ai's coupon code is what I want. You see this kind of a dashboard. You scroll down and you will be able to find your exclusive coupon code right here. My coupon code is already expired. It's one-time usage. So you go ahead, apply it on your account once, and that's all. You get the access for one entire year. Okay. I hope that's clear for everyone. I'm going to wrap this up in the next 2 to 3 minutes. I'm just checking if there are any questions that we probably missed out on. And anybody who is looking for the resource document or even the enrollment link at this point of time, I'll go ahead and drop that in, because we decided to sort of extend the seats to the end of this session, irrespective of when people are joining in, right? So it's not 50 anymore. We have just opened it up to everybody because Weber asked me to, since a lot of people were facing payment issues as well. But yeah, I'm quickly taking a look at the questions. Jacqueline, just write to us. We will help you out with it. Akinbot, just write an email to us and we'll help you out with that. Don't worry. What's your recommendation for the best AI tool to take at this point of time? Well, I mean, in this plethora of tools that are available today, every tool is good for its own use case. But if you want to go with a broad generic tool, and if you have the money to spend on it, I would probably say take Claude at this point of time. Take the $20 plan of Claude, $20 per month. That would be sufficient in case you're starting out. If you are a slightly advanced user, I'm sure you already know which tool would help you out. So yeah, but if you're starting out and you want to explore and you have $20 to spare, put that in Claude. Incredibly amazing tool as such. I can't attend on Saturday and Sunday, but Friday alone I can attend. And can I then move to the next month? Would not really suggest that, because you will It's not about us. You will lose that connectivity. And when you lose that connectivity, it will not make sense. And I also told you that, every batch, the content of every session changes and gets updated. So you can't really attend one batch here and then one batch there. It'll all get messed up for you. How much of Claude will we be learning in this bootcamp? We will be going deep into Claude, of course, because the world is talking about Claude today. So we will be talking about connectors. We will be talking about MCPs. We will be talking about Claude skills. Claude routine also came out. Scheduling tasks on Claude also came out. I mean, the list is just unending. I did it last month. Can I do it again? Dharmesh, well, up to you. If you have already done it last month, you can just write an email to us. Don't enroll if you have already enrolled yourself into it. All right. Okay. All right, everyone. I think with that, we come to the end of this particular session. I've answered pretty much all of the questions. Shreya, like I mentioned, it will take our team 24 hours to go ahead and give you access to the coupons platform. Hence, right now it says no tools, but visit the platform tomorrow and you should be able to find your coupon codes there. I'm facing payment issues. Just write an email to the emails that I've dropped in on the chat, and we will sort of try and help you out from there. hi@outskill.com is our primary email, and my personal email is funny@outskill.com. And people who are asking for the summary document, I will drop it in once again on the chat. There you go. But with that being said, everyone, we come to the end of today's session. I hope all of you found immense value in the entire session. On a scale of 0 to 10, how much would you rate today's entire session? I hope it taught you a thing or two that is completely new about Claude and other tools as well. Go ahead, practice, try to write your own prompts and use AI for your own use cases. That is how you will move forward. But until the next time, wishing everyone all the very best. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Yes, the prompts are there. The tools are there. Recording is not something that we will be able to provide, unfortunately, because Zoom does not allow that to happen. But thank you so much, everyone. Looking forward to engaging with this community once again some other time in the future. And everybody who has enrolled into the bootcamp, I will be seeing you, whichever batch you have gone ahead and selected. Thank you. Gary, yes, I'm dropping in my email ID. Just drop in an email and I'll help you out. There you go. It's on the chat. Thank you. And thank you for all the lovely words that people are dropping in on the chat. Bye, everyone. I know it's the start of the day for many of you. Have a great day going forward.